and God bless you all. Again, here we go. I'm going to show you how the Last Supper is in the Mona Lisa and how Leonardo da Vinci does some of his tricks. I'm also going to have a little talk to you about my automotive business that I used to have, still do. Now that is the Xray of the Mona, as the world has seen. Over 1,060 YouTubes. 100% pure truth is in these tubes. Nothing there to deceive you in any way. Now, what's coming up on these images here, I'll try to explain. A cartoon of me? Okay. A little fun. I'm going to present you with the facts, the truth. What you see is real. It has not been fabricated. These are images in which Da Vinci done to his works. Now that's a signature, and you can see the man in it. That's going to be Jesus Christ in the Last Supper, of one of his signatures. Now that signature cannot be seen by the human eye. It's located by my man's foot, Midion. That's Melzi, an X-ray image that shows his written out name, and it actually comes out in my tubes, and there's Soli saying the little devil that he used to nickname him, that he used to call him, and it says, I love you. He was in love with two men, Soli. He spelt it in many different ways, and I'm going to tell you, you're going to love this too. You really are. So hang on, let's see if we can get this going for you. Now, why is there a 69 Camaro in here? Well, that's a business in which I had. Okay, it's show, place, winner. First of show. That's what I used to do, and once in a while I still play around, but I don't play around with those cars too much anymore. But what I do want you to know is I put the world's used parts business for Camaros on hold for the last 7 years to work on this for you. Over 1,060 YouTubes. It was called Camaro Land. Well, it's still called Camaro Land, just like Disneyland. I nicknamed it. A lot of fun. I wanted the world to enjoy. Now, this is the Midion. Well, we're going to get back to the car a little bit on a little metaphor. The Midion is a diary, a registry, a will, his whole life of love and understanding. It's Jesus Christ proposing to the older Mona Lisa, along with other different metaphors of different women and things that go along with it. But that's not what we're really after 100%. What we're really after is to show you a couple things. Right here by the foot, in this area, is this image that you will see that is right over here. I'll sneak it out. Is this image, and it is the signature in which you saw in the intro. Well, this big guy with this stick here, and it spells out Leonardo, and he has this tuning fork, and we'll get a little into that. Well, is actually overlays in Jesus Christ in the Last Supper. But that's still not what I was shooting for. So hang on, we got the highlights are coming, and they're in between all the little shooting and Camaro stuff and the Midion love and things of that sort. Well, remember where I said it said Soli on the intro? Okay, well, Soli is also written right here, as you can see. And Soli, again, is Leonardo da Vinci's lover. Okay, one of. Well, it's also written right here that I have drawn out in the X-ray of the Mona Lisa that was pulled off, that they done years ago, and it's off to the side. So that's just one of the areas that he writes Soli. Okay, he spells it S-A-L-A-I-N-S-U-A-S-U-L-A-I. He does it in different ways because he integrates other words over the top of it. Well, that's still not what we're after. No, not at all. we're still going to get you to understand something that Da Vinci is doing. But while we're playing here real quick, remember, I have a YouTube that I would love for you to see, and it's called Proof Number 25. You see proof number 25 right there? That's what it says. Don't go to proof plus number 25. Find that, go to about 6.5 minutes, 5.5, 6.5 minutes into it. You can skip right in. I don't care if you watch the whole thing. I only want you to watch the other half of it. And you will see that I am not an actor, and I'm showing you the proof of how the devil gets transformed out of DaVincis Works, and that I am not, again, an actor. Now, here is the Xray that we're talking about. Now, I want to show you how difficult this is of this image over the original one before we step to the next step. Okay, so this image that so happens to be, and it's right here, this little little itty bitty guy, and you're going to see how this little spot right in here and how it flows. So what he does is he puts the Jesus Christ here, he puts him here, he puts him here, he puts him here, and he keeps moving this image along the way. So this guy's here, he's in the white, he's in here. So I'm going to zoom in for those particular areas. You can screenshot anything you want of it. I'm just going to pull up again, and I want to show you again. This little guy, okay, he moves into the spot that you won't see because it's under different layers, and he keeps going and going and going and going all the way down. He keeps doing this thing because he's a compulsive. He'll move them throughout because he makes it move like a flip book. Well, that's a fact, because the other images are going to be coming out, and they're in his cortex. His cortex is the answers to his works. Now, where's this little guy in here? In here? Well, he's right there, this guy. So when you overlay this guy over here, okay, there he fits. Now that's kind of an oddball look. Well, I had to do a transfer for you for the next move. Okay, so we put this down, and as you can see how that is such a big difference. And I'm going, whoops, such a big difference of me making a little boo-boo right there. But still, nevertheless, we'll get this going because this is just going to be a quick type deal. So anyway, this image is a different offset to where he has hidden works in his works, right? Okay, so now we're going to take the Last Supper. The Last Supper. Okay, he loved the Mona so much that he put the Last Supper and this little guy here, okay, and this image that has this little lump in here, this is what's going to show, and you're going to see this guy's arm that flows is going to be right in here. This is his arm. This guy's arm flows right through here. So when you overlay this in the right particular area, bosses, right, boom, 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 boom. Let me just flip that down one notch, and we put him up there, and that's where he flows. The arm flows 100% perfect within the hidden works. Jesus Christ's face flows right in there with the two eyes. The two eyes, you can see the two eyes right in between the eyes of the Mona Lisa. You can also see the nub, in which so happens to be this little itty bitty guy that flows in there, 100% fit on all. And that's only a 10-minute work that I did of just finding. And I know that I can still see these images, these particular images. This guy right here, you can see his body flow in here with his arm. Watch, here it goes again. Bam, he fits. This guy fits. This guy fits. Look, you got the curve right here. You got the same curve right here. You got this guy right here, right here. Now, this is something you have to understand. Leonardo da Vinci just did not put the Last Supper in one spot. So for me to go forever with you on it, you have to understand portions of his works. He would do it this way, he would do it this way, he'd do it this way. But in generally, just to let you know, you can see some of these lines, like in the Vitruvian Man, which they have altered and cheated and tried to hide his works within his works. Why? Because there's billions and billions and billions of dollars worth of Leonardo da Vinci's works still out there, and they're hidden in his works of his cortex that they've been trying to hide and deceive. And it is all in there. And then somebody like me, I'm a regular guy. How regular am I? I was an automotive repair guy. Okay, I may have done good work, take stainless, twist it into a pretzel, and then straighten it all back out, and you could brush your teeth in it and be meant for a show car. I have talent, okay, but you know what? I didn't know how to push a computer button. I didn't know how to use a mouse. I learned from the bottom like a baby bottle, okay? Telling you the God's honest truth, and right before you is God's great work. Now, what's hidden within Da Vinci's real work within this is something even greater, and I'm afraid to say in a sense because I do not want to be shot as a messenger. Okay, but you have to understand, if you go back way beyond 2,000 years or so, you'll find worships in different ways. And that's what Da Vinci did. He studied the worship in many different ways. And one of them was strongly in the physical form. And the physical form is what you see of his works that he has. This beautiful woman, this beautiful man, and he transforms, and he loves the look, and he loves the way, and what he does is he gives you these endos, and he gives it to you in the spiritual way of Jesus Christ, and he gives it to you in a physical way. And that's about the kindest way, or the nicest way that I can say, because you know how people take things odd, wrong. And you know what? I see something over here that is I'm going to have to examine later. Well, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to see. Look at that. Wow. This image right here is something else of Da Vinci. It is something else. If you compare the two of what it is to be, you can see how these two images are flowing for an exam that need to be. My man and this lighter image that flows of his same type of look. But that's another future exam for, well, to add into over my 1,000 YouTubes for you. But let me tell you, Da Vinci is a code man, and to code man, all these years hidden the Last Supper in many different sizes and layers in this is magnificent. Have you ever seen the Last Supper in there? Well, he actually has the Last Supper in mine also. The Last Supper is, I have a YouTube out on it some time back, and you can see how he gives the flow a little. I'm going to give you a little bit. I know that this one's not the perfect type deal, but you can see this is how, like Mary on an angle, and there's the V. He has them hidden in his works. And don't forget, on proof 25, this Buffalo Man transforms. Now, I've overexceeded what I really was after to tell you. But remember, I am a normal, regular individual with a passion for the truth. And I will give up all, I've given up my business, practically, for this cause, for you. All for you. Okay? And I plan to do whatever it takes. I'm still the largest used parts supplier for Camaros on the planet, to the best of my knowledge up to today, unless otherwise informed so by some other means. But proof 25, go to it. It doesn't matter. You know my heart's in it. You know I'm telling the truth. I'm giving you my heart, mind, body, soul, and all my study into this Da Vinci work. It is a magnificent piece of work. It has got so much love, so much learning. Teach a teacher, tell a brother, tell a sister, tell a friend, wash your hands, social distance, wear a mask still. Let's protect. We still have a variance out there. Also, there's a YouTube Kids okay, not affiliated. Use it, okay? Use it to protect your children. And don't forget, okay? Say your prayers. May God bless the whole world, the universe, and the heavens. Subscribe. Go to proof number 25, please. Tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the thumbs up. Lay a comment. It doesn't matter. What I mean is, let's go social. Let's get this next to the Mona. Let's get it more analyzed. I am blessed to have you as subscribers. And thank you, YouTube, very much for the opportunity to spread the word of the Lord and the word of Midion passion. In Jesus' name, amen.